biggest complaint I've heard people always make about Superman is that because he has such a long list of powers, and because he is so strong, he is therefore boring. However, no film has been able to showcase this boring side yet. At least once every movie, he gets beaten up by someone. In Superman 1, Lex puts kryptonite around his neck and throws him into a pool. Superman 2, he gets beat up by that dude in the diner. Superman 3, he gets beat up by his alternate self. Superman 4, he gets team rocketed by Nuclear Man. Superman Returns, he gets jumped by Lex Luthor and his gangs on the Kryptonite Island. Man of Steel, he gets jumped by Zod and the other Kryptonians. In Batman v Superman, he gets defeated by Batman. No problem there, Batman's the GOAT. In Justice League, he gets bullied by his own CGI special effects team. But in Zack Snyder's Justice League, we literally get to see him be disintegrated. Finally, the topic that brought about this video, the new Superman movie. The first look we got of Superman for the new movie was him lying in the snow, coughing up blood. I immediately knew that we were in for more weaker Superman scenes. The trailer continued to show him struggling in more fights, and I was just checked out. It's hard enough to get me excited about modern superhero projects as it is. Treating Superman this way? Batman has a better record in his movies. This has removed Superman from his role. He is supposed to be hope, a symbol that if you see, you know you will be safe. He has this role because he has such power. People being on Superman's level should be a rarity. Two of my favourite fights from the Justice League cartoon were Superman's fights against Captain Atom and Captain Marvel. How rare was it that Superman could fight someone on his level? Two of the very few heroes that could go toe-to-toe with Superman with magic and red sun radiation. These fights only happened in one episode each, so they wouldn't overshadow Superman's abilities. But also, guess who won both fights? Even fighting against two of his weaknesses, he came out on top. Because he had to. Batman gets the most shit because he spares his villains' lives. Superman plays around with his villains too much. He could beat him like that, but no. He always lets him, get a few hits in. He needs, he doesn't have to do that. He can just beat them. But that's where we get the shock value from Doomsday. The thought of Superman not only being beaten, but killed was unthinkable to the world. Now in media, he's died like 20 to 100 something times. You can only get this level of disbelief when you portray someone as invulnerable and as strong as Superman for the longevity that he has. Having him be the strongest by so far isn't boring. Not when he's supposed to be the example to all other heroes in fiction. But with his powers, he can just do anything. Let him. He is the hero of heroes, who all aspire to be. The symbol of the House of El means hope. Not just to people who need saving, but to other heroes who don't know if they have what it takes in the moment. They all think, what would Superman do? It's not just a symbol of security and strength, it's something to aspire to. I want a Superman movie where he is Superman. Unstoppable, kind, strong, and a friend. All the films make sure they get his human side down. That is important. Well done to them for trying on that part. After all, he is the man of tomorrow. But he is also the Man of Steel. Clark Kent is emotional. Superman is not. Clark Kent is his true self, like Batman is Bruce Wayne's true self, and sometimes there is a bleed through. However, Superman and Bruce Wayne are both performances, and when they are acting in these roles, they must be portrayed in a certain way. So seeing Superman have outbursts like in the new movie and not being composed and having him struggle in these fights when that goes against the whole point of his character is just wrong. This is not to say that he must always be composed, like I said with the bleed through, but something has to force it out of him, like when Lois died, or Lex kidnapped Martha. It also cheapens Lex Luthor, as he is the perfect Superman villain, as he possesses the one superpower Superman doesn't. Superintelligence. He rivals Batman, if not surpassing his intelligence. But if his big evil master plan is just to get something bigger and stronger than Superman to hit him harder, then it kind of devalues everyone's intelligence. I expect Ozymandias level plotlines, not B-Tech Bizarro. It's getting to the point where I want Hollywood to just read a comic and turn it into a script page for page. Almost like a comic book movie. Because if these writers and directors think that the only way to make a good Superman movie is by turning Superman into a weak, outbursting character, then we need new people for the job. We're just 13 years away from Superman's 100-year anniversary, and it seems that many people still don't know how to portray the character of Superman correctly. I like Superman. I always have, and I always will. He's not in my top 3 of DC heroes. He's definitely in my top 10, But even I have to acknowledge who the GOAT is. So if we were ever going to get a Superman movie where Superman is just like he is in the comics, I reckon we're going to have to make him boring to some, but perfect to others.